Hey, it looks like it's lined up. Good to go. Alright. So this is Ninja Baseball Batman. So this is made by Iron, made slightly after Undercover Cops, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to select Twin Bats Rhino, because he has a move that's really good. So I'm playing this on emulator because unfortunately my PCB is doing some weird things that I don't really want to deal with.
Hit me.
So this move is called Thunder Kick, and it is the #1 reason that Rhino is a complete sack of dumb shit in this game. Thunder Kick flies over pretty much everything remotely threatening. Whoops. And you can end it with an invincible recovery. So, not much can threaten Rhino if you want to just play safe. But stage 1 is pretty straightforward here. Not a whole lot of enemies to deal with. Just a few things. There's these bat guys who are pretty fun because throws actually kill them instantly. But now we're going to fight Windy Plain. And once again, Thunder Kick is going to show its true power. Because bosses don't really know how to react to this very well. So yeah, Rhino's pretty good in this game. Pretty good character. We get these nice cutscenes. So this is the introduction to the car, which is a pretty great weapon, but we're gonna not use it as such, because hitting enemies there creates a lot of lag. And while I'm not really playing this for time, it's also just annoying to have it lag a bunch. So in addition to the regular Thunder Kick that's obviously shown where you do these bullets, Rhino has a move. Actually, every character has a move where if you hold one button and press the other, they'll do something. Rhino's is this flight move, and if you jump and then do the flight mode, it skips doing the bullet and just does the actually damaging part of Thunder Kick. So, did too early, gotta do that. The giant formation baseballs are pretty cool. These squids kind of obnoxious because if you are in the air around them, they'll jump at you for a shot. And they're pretty good at hitting you before you can get your moves off. Super's still pretty useful for clearing screens though, since Rhino's super is a bit unreliable because of the way the hit works at the end, but you know, it's all good. That screen has a minor frame rule, so didn't really realize it ended. Alright, so stage 2 boss is Mad Lax. So one thing that I'm doing here is that there's actually two separate kinds of invincibility that bosses can have. One of which is just invincibility to, like, standard attacks. And certain moves, such as Thunder Kick, can override that invincibility. There is true invincibility as well, but can just kind of force your way through that particular boss's invincibility. Rhino and Roger picking up the ladies. So now we have the bonus stage, and gotta mash the button. The bonus game is interesting because the amount of hits it takes is not really correlated to how long it will take you. If you mash fast enough, it like ranks up the thing, so you can have quite a few more hits, but not actually complete the minigame. Like the bats from earlier, the cards die instantly if you hit them with certain attacks, such as the forward throw. The OTG attacks in this game are pretty cool because you just do them by holding the button, not by mashing. So for Rhino and Jose, they both have very fast OTG attacks. Lets you do quite a bit of damage quickly. Huh. Alright. Going all the way up there, huh? Yep. Waves, you really... So yeah, these umpires can be pretty obnoxious. Usually they're not a big problem for Rhino, but depending on what happens, weird stuff like that can take place. Nice. Alright, so the boss of this stage has some rather interesting loops for Rhino. But have to wait for him to spawn. So yeah, that's the first phase. Whoops. Yeah, that dive attack he does is pretty dangerous. But, you know. You can just clobber him. That's the golden cap. So Texas is a fun stage because they give us a whole lot of health to work with. Which means that I can really abuse the super attack. These hamburgers are easy, but also kind of scary because they do a pretty large amount of damage if you do hit it. Food items are also fun. These hamburgers are also fun because they have no actual health, so even attacks that don't do damage will kill them. Just smash furniture. So, that is a mini-boss who is normally kind of annoying, but Thunder Kick, in all its glory, has infinite vertical range. So as soon as he spawns at the top of the screen, you can actually hit him with Thunder Kick. This screen, your character randomly gets moved around. If you're lucky, you'll get the spawn where cheerleaders will do damage, but it's kind of just up to fate. Once again, I just have a huge amount of health to work with in this stage, so you can just squander it. Now, it's time for the boss. And what fits this stage better than Ghost Buffalo? So, Ghost Buffalo has 4 phases. I don't actually know what the first phase does. The second phase is what we like to call the refrigerator phase, because he will shoot refrigerators out of his chest, even if he's already in hit stun. Okay. And apparently he'll just rapid fire shoot them. Really? Huh. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. It's rather uncommon for me to die on Ghost Buffalo with Rhino, but not a huge deal. Huh. Yeah, the scream you heard is the scream that people commonly get confused with the Wilhelm scream, but it is definitely not. So, stage 5 is Miami, Florida, which is interesting because it's the only stage in this game that, at the time of the game's making, didn't have a pro baseball. So you can either think that this game is prophetic in that the Mariners will be formed later, or that they just made a mistake. Either way is fine, really. There's still a guy alive. So these baseball corpses are a very damaging weapon. Very useful against annoying enemies like that. Marlins? Is it? Alright. Well, I clearly know a lot about baseballs. Baseballs? Baseballs. Seattle's Mariners. Okay, so Mariners are a real team. I didn't get it that wrong. I at least did not create a fictional team. Wow. Okay. Yeah, these guys are pretty dangerous. They're real safe with it. What did I wall jump off of? Alright. So, our boss here is Mechanical Alligator. Wow, he punched on the first frame. I've never seen him do that before. So yeah, Mechanical Alligator is another boss who has big problems with Thunder Kick. It's a very frightening boss because he attacks with very few animation frames to start up. But, happens and is bad news. Well, it's not bad news for, Rhino, because Rhino is flying over anywhere that, that Mechanical Alligator threatens. So anyway, another bonus game. Gotta punch this baseball. Yeah. Alright, Chicago. I find it interesting that it identified the previous stage as just Florida as a whole, but this stage is Chicago specifically. Anyway, these dogs are a bit challenging for Rhino because they are one of the few normal enemies who can't be hit grounded with Thunder Kick. Which is, I mean, not a huge problem, but it definitely changes the way I have to fight them compared to other enemies. The pink ones in particular do some really nasty stuff. The blue ones are pretty calm. If I was playing for time, I'd use supers a bit more aggressively, but since this is just a 1cc attempt, there's no reason to take risks a lot of the time. Of course, they can always just corner me in like that. Whatever. Oh, I'm really scared of these dogs. What is he doing over there, dude? Oh, shit. Alright, so this is Makeshift Villain. As I mentioned earlier, there's a fake invincibility that things have, and this boss has it while he's spawning. So I can get 2 hits in before he's taken any action at all. This is the first boss that really makes big use of spawning looks during the fight, but it doesn't really matter much for Rhino. So we got the statue. We've got all the pieces of the statue. And we put them in order. But we missed one of the items. The bottom of the screen is an emulation error, by the way. Yeah, the commissioner is responsible for this mess. Alright, so we're headed to New York. So this stage spawns a whole lot of enemies. At all times, and I'm gonna miss Thunder Kicks. Probably gonna end up losing a life here just because my setups are not very good right now. Or right there. Oh, not so loud. Wow, alright. Yeah, there's some problems on this stage, but this is interesting. I'm not really sure what to do in that situation. These green mitts are a huge problem enemy too. Even for Rhino, if they get away from him, it's very difficult to find anything to do about him. So yeah, pretty slow there, but, you know, don't have to worry about things like that right now. One thing about, like, the striking attacks in this game is that almost all of the damage is loaded on the finisher. These basic pokes at the beginning do damage, but over half of the damage comes from just the last hit in attacks. Nice try, Squid. He could have punished me for doing that. Alright. So, done with normal enemies. Just have... gotta refight the Vector Baseball guy. Fortunately, once again, Thunder Kick kind of does some bad things to the AI. Oh, okay. I guess I wasn't in grab range, but... Alright, when you play me, fight. Oh shit! I haven't had that happen before. Alright, some interesting things happening here. Have to play the rest of this fight a little safe, though. Getting optimal thunder kicks during this fight. 5? That's the most uppercuts I've seen him do. So yeah, this is Winnie Plain's last phase, by the way. I skipped it in the previous fight, but he gets very sad. And the final boss, the King Babe. So if you couldn't guess by now, Thunder Kick is problematic for the boss AI. King Babe only has 2 options that he can do as he's standing up. And the attack pattern I'm using very easily deals with both of them. And that's the game. So yeah, a bit slower than I might have liked. I'm pretty out of practice on this game, but it's a fun game to play. Once again, emulation issues are a big problem during the credits, so. And I learned something today. I learned that it's the Marlins for Florida, not Mariners. Thanks, everybody. Tides will be fine. Ugh.